Yo, my name's DeeSimilar and welcome to part 6 of a Black Ops 6 Worst to Best, a recurring series on this channel where I share my rankings of all the pistols from worst to best, hence the name, and that's only after having a fair amount of experience unlocking mastery camos with each. This is my sole opinion. If you happen to disagree, you're welcome to share your own opinions or own worst to best lists in the comments. I also invite you to drop a like on this video and please consider subscribing to the channel. We're on the journey to 50,000 subscribers and any help is much appreciated. With that said, first up is the worst at the number 4 spot, as there's 4 pistols currently available in the game, and the title of worst pistol is going to the Stryder 22. This is a semi-auto, fast-firing, but low-damage pistol, and it can be summed up as quick, but weak. It takes 4 shots to get a kill with the Stryder, which is 1 more shot than its direct competition, and you can really feel the Stryder's slow time to kill in-game. It clocks in at 360 milliseconds, and that is in fact the slowest TTK outside of snipers in shotguns. And there's no way to get more damage out of the Stryder outside of akimbo, which I am taking into consideration for each of these pistols. Now, for the Stryder, akimbo is decent, and it actually gains a time to kill advantage for akimbo on paper, thanks to having the fastest fire rate in class. But in practice, akimbo feels very underwhelming on the Stryder, and that's mainly because akimbo accuracy is pretty bad even when you have optimal attachments equipped. And this is a recurring issue you're going to see for most of the pistols currently in Black Ops 6. Akimbo accuracy is just straight dookie water. Like, you need to be in barrel stuff distance, otherwise I found akimbo to be very inconsistent. With that said, the Stryder akimbo isn't the worst, but it doesn't make this pistol anything special or raise it from the worst spot. Now, before we move forward, let me give the Stryder the props it does deserve. It does excel in being a low recoil, easy to use weapon. It also has a large 30-round mag, which is very convenient, and it allows you to use a fast mag to improve already fast handling speeds. It boasts the fastest handling speeds in class and the fastest movement speed in class. So as I said up top, this is a quick, agile pistol, but in terms of damage, it is very weak and it feels like a pea shooter, and it just doesn't really have much to offer. The remaining 3 pistols, however, they each have something to offer, and the best really comes down to personal preference, but I do feel like my ranking is pretty sound. So moving on to the number 3 spot, I have the GS45. This is kind of the opposite of the Stryder. The GS45 is a slow-firing, high-damage pistol that is capable of 2-shotting for a super-fast 210 millisecond time to kill. That is actually the fastest TTK in class for the pistols. It actually outguns most SMGs in Black Ops 6, making the GS45 very, very deadly. But there's 2 problems with this. The 2-shot kill range is only 6 meters. You can extend it out to 8 meters maximum if you use the damage range barrel, but this is an example of what 6 to 8 meters looks like. I'm aiming at the snowman right here. It's a very short range, and beyond this range, the GS45 is going to take 3 shots to kill, and when you need 3 shots to kill, the GS45 kind of sucks. The extra shot literally doubles your time to kill, and you're going to be losing to all other pistols in every scenario you can think of. Also keep in mind, everyone's accuracy isn't perfect. Shots do be missing from time to time. So again, outside of that 2-shot kill within 6 meters, the GS45 just doesn't really have much to offer. I will say that this is a sidearm, and one use for sidearms is to swap to finish off an enemy, and the GS45 is actually pretty good at this because it deals 50 plus damage up close, and I think it drops off to like 44 damage all the way out to 22 meters, which makes this an amazing pistol for finishing off enemies with. But again, keep in mind, if you miss a shot with this weapon, you're screwed and you're going to be better off using another pistol. This concept also applies to akimbo, which we'll talk about real quick. With it akimbo equipped, the GS45 can quote-unquote one-shot within the max damage range. Akimbo absolutely slaps when you can land your shots, but akimbo accuracy is the worst out of all the pistols on the GS45. You need to be in barrel stuff range to reliably land your shots. If you're able to get a kill within 2 trigger pulls, you're going to be doing great with this thing. Anything more than that, you're going to be having a rough time, and I think this is easily the most inconsistent akimbo feeling pistols. You just like need to treat them like shotguns for them to work and be very up close to land your shots. But overall, the GS45 I think is just very niche. It's unbeatable at close range, that's undeniable. It's great as a hot swap weapon, but it demands accuracy for you to have success. Most players, and actually on most maps, the GS45 just isn't very versatile. You're going to be better off with a remaining pistol, but it is awesome for small face-off maps or even Nuketown. Moving on to the number 2 spot, the second best pistol, how I like to think about it in Black Ops 6, is going to the Grekhova. Hopefully I pronounced that right. This is your one and only fully automatic pistol. Now, time to kill is pretty okay at all ranges. It is below average for the pistols and just Black Ops 6 in general, but it does outgun some assault rifles and makes the Grekhova somewhat competitive. The Grekhova is surprisingly very accurate, and that is what I love about this pistol. It is very easy to use, and it has a unique stock attachment that has like a hipfire ADS that is incredibly accurate, and you can laser people across large maps with it. Now, it's going to take a couple more shots to kill, but you can do it. It's just crazy good and very consistent. Now, as for akimbo, not super consistent. This also suffers from accuracy issues, so I'd probably avoid akimbo with the Grekhova. That's all I'm going to say about that. I think the only true downside to this fully automatic pistol is it has slower handling speeds. And a lot of the attractive attachments like the ADS stock and the 60 round mags, those come with great perks, but they're going to be slowing down your handling even more. So the Grekhova, it's not the most meta pistol, but I think it is one of the most reliable pistols. Whenever I use it, I can perform well with it in like any situation. Whereas with the GS45 and the Stryder, they're just not as versatile and nowhere near as consistent for me. That brings us to the best pistol at the number 1 spot, but a quick reminder, if you haven't tapped that like button, please go ahead and tap that for your boy and consider getting subscribed to the channel. I got more worst to best on the way, and you do not want to miss out. So there's one pistol left, and that pistol is the 9mm PM. This is the best pistol in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. It is the most well-rounded and the most consistent in terms of gameplay and feel. The 9mm is a 3-shot kill, clocking in at 320 milliseconds, which is actually the same time to kill as the Grekhova. But what makes the 9mm stand out is that it has amazing range and will keep that 3-shot kill all the way out to 20 meters. This decimates all the other pistols, with exception to the GS45 up to 6 meters. But outside of that, the 9mm is going to dominate. It also benefits the most from the rapid fire attachment. Ideally, you're using rapid fire on all the pistols, but with the 9mm, it cuts your time to kill down to 288 milliseconds, which lets this thing compete with full auto primary weapons. I don't believe I have any complaints about this weapon. It has decent ammo, decent handling, it's low recoil, very easy to use, and it's consistent. It feels good as a secondary weapon, it feels great as a primary weapon, and this is the only pistol I personally would recommend you use akimbo for. The 9mm is the only pistol that has good accuracy when dual wielded. The bullets actually go where your crosshairs are pointed, and you can depend on akimbo out to mid-range instead of being point blank. Yes, the akimbo Stryder is going to beat the akimbo 9mm by 40 milliseconds on paper, but with the 9mm, your bullets aren't dodging the enemy in front of you, which is what I feel like happens when you use akimbo on the other 3 pistols. The 9mm PM is simply a versatile pistol. If I had to pick one to use, this is that pistol, and that is why it is the best in Black Ops 6. But hey, that's just my opinion. Again, you're welcome to leave your own down below in the comments, but that's it for worst to best pistols. Next up is the sniper rifles, and that will wrap up the primaries. Then we just have the other secondaries to cover. So if you guys aren't subscribed, get subscribed so you don't miss out on those. And tap that like button. You're actually contractually obligated to do so because you watched the video all the way through, so you must have liked it. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. My name's DeeSimilar, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.